This should be fun. What could happen when Fish gets drunk?
No, Fish is not a drunkard. He is not having whiskey at 9 o'clock in the morning. He's having whiskey at 9:55 at night.
Yes. It's apple juice.
Because yes.
It's Redneck Riviera apple juice. That's what we're going to
Yes,
go
that's
with.
it. That's exactly what it is. Okay, ready in 3, 2, 1.
And now the Seinfeld Award for the show about absolutely nothing. In third place, Room 13. And here to accept the award and prove their worthiness, Rocky and the Mojo Riverfish.
Oh my God. I didn't even have a speech prepared for this. I didn't think that we would make it to third place. Fish, this is so exciting. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank my mom and my dad for baking me. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I want to thank Fish because he's one of the best people that I've ever worked with. Oh my God. I'm so honored. I don't know what to say. Fish, please say something before I bawl my eyes out.
Oh, I want to thank my parents for conceiving me. Thank you, Dad, for getting my mom drunk that night. I really appreciate it. Because now I'm here. So.
Oh my goodness, it's time to wrap it up, Fish. Come on, let's save the tears for another day because it's Saturday.
Well, coming
Please
in.
let us not talk about our parents. Now, it's too early.
The Dusty Road. They had some good loving.
They had a lot.
They had a truckload.
They got it.
They got us.
Boy, did they.
Oh, that's a. Oh. I don't need to picture that.
This was your idea, okay?
I don't know where this. You know what? I blame it on the lubrication I'm already drinking. It's the apple juice that we're gonna go with.
Well, ding ding. Welcome everybody. Happy Saturday. This is Room 13. You are listening to us on Mojo 50 every Saturday at 9 a.m. as you already know. We are broadcasting from the Desert Air Motel, Casino Convention Center, RV Park, Souvenir Shop, Mini Mart, home, official home of the Dirty Turtle Cafe and Lounge, and sometimes live music acts in the form of One River Fish. When he has too much Redneck Riviera, he starts breaking out on the John Rich songs.
Yeah, the karaoke starts coming out. I do the Little Texas, the John Rich, the Big.
He comes out in full costume too, John Rich, in case you're listening. Full regalia.
I try to do you proud, brother. I try to do you proud. I really do. I try.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And another way that you can make us all proud is that if you don't get to catch our show as it airs live on Mojo 50, is you can listen to us on our podcast platforms. You can find us on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Spotify. I'm missing people and purveyors because there's so many. They're like sugar daddies. You have too many sugar daddy podcast providers and things like that. We're looking for money. That's all we want.
$20.
We just want something, anything. If you want to follow us on the social medias, we are on Facebook. That would be Room 13 Radio Show. You can find us on Twitter as well, at Room 13 Show. If you want to contact Fish or I directly, you can do so at Rocky with an I and at The Riverfish on the Twitters. We're also on TikTok, and warm greetings and salutations to our friends over at Odyssey Network, because we are simulcasting Saturdays at 9 a.m. and on Wednesdays and Thursdays? Something like that?
They sprinkle us in throughout the whole week.
During the week, you get like 3 doses, a triple dose.
We're like Doctor Who in that telephone booth. We just pop up wherever we want. It's no big deal.
Pretty much. So there we are. Well, Fish, we've made it through another week.
We've survived.
I
We've
see we're
excelled.
still.
We've achieved. We've we've gotten there.
Yes, yes, I see we're still alive. So, last week we got so involved with the shenanigans of this show that we completely forgot to mention that we had two winners for the Great Mojo 50 t-shirt contest.
Well, we actually had 3. We're so professional. We are such a professional crew
So,
here.
exact. I mean, come on. Our
Mr.
interns are everybody wants to steal our interns.
We gotta start fishing from another pond when it comes to getting our interns.
They're your friends. You're the ones that say you see them over at the pond whenever you go
Yeah.
back to wherever it is that you go. Well, we're not here.
So Mr. Timothy Radcliffe already he won a shirt last week. He already contacted us and it's already been ordered. He should be getting that sometime by the middle of next week. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, next week. So by Wednesday, he should get his shirt. Jeff Womack, I could not find you on Twitter. Well, I'll be honest, I'm kind of lazy. I didn't really try, but I did tweet at you and we did Facebook at you, if you can actually Facebook at someone. So Jeff Womack, please contact us, DM us, Facebook us, email message us, do whatever, be it on some TomToms. We didn't need to know your shirt size and your address. This way we can get said shirt to you. And Terry Steen.
Yes.
Oh, Steen. My German and Polish is pretty good. Terry Steen, you also want to
Terry may be related to Franken.
We're gonna go with that joke already. I'm sure she's never heard that before.
I'm sure she hasn't.
But
Assuming
you
that
also-
it's a she. I'm pretty sure that it's a she.
I wasn't gonna go in the whole gender thingy. I wasn't quite sure. Terry.
We're
is
not
kinda
that
one
kind of
those-
show.
And yes, we're definitely not one of those shows. So I mean, you did hear about I now identify as Michael Jackson. You heard about that, right?
No.
And I do have pronouns. My pronouns are now he. Thank you very much. Hey, there it is. I feel better now.
Oh, this is the kind of quality content that you folks like to tune into every Saturday morning.
This is why we're paid. So Jeff Womack, Terry Steen, please contact us immediately. This way we can get your shirts. We greatly appreciate your donations, and we will put it into good use, repairing and updating the studio to maybe the 90s, at least the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, the 90s are making a comeback, so kind of outfitting this place to look like it's at least from the last 20 plus years is probably a good thing, probably a good
Maybe
idea.
An episode of Saved by the Bell or two. I think I'd like that. We could put some lockers over here, the staircase over here.
Can we get a special appearance by Mr. Belding?
Ooh, Dennis Haskins. Very good pull. If as long as we can get a younger 30-something Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
She
or,
still looks good for her age, though. She's about our age, though, isn't she?
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
in
she's
her-
about our age.
She's in her mid to late 40s, I think.
Yeah, about our age range.
And if not her, Lark Voorhees. I like me some Lark Voorhees.
Yes.
Do you not remember Lark Voorhees?
Of course. Lisa Tuttle, duh.
Yes. And I wasn't much of a Jesse Spano kind of guy.
Well, Jessie Spano moved on to do a couple of other films.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
She was in a
It
couple of
made-
other things. That wasn't the only thing, though. But,
She was in more than just that one movie.
Well, yes, she was actually in the First Wives Club, too.
They made a sequel to that movie?
No, it's
You
a
just
movie
said
called. No, it's a
First
movie
Wives
called
Club
The First
2.
Wives. Yes,
So was
two
there
as in
one?
all. Two as in also.
Oh, TOO.
Yes, two as in also.
Okay.
Additional to this other film that she made that everybody probably it was also a film in the 90s. That was a movie in the 90s. So I remember I was not in high school either. In high school or fresh out of high school when I saw that movie for the first time. So it's definitely in the 90s. And she did that one movie.
I just remember that dramatic dancing movie she did. It was very well.
Dramatic dancing.
Dramatic dancing.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
It made Teen
It's-
Fish's dreams come true. It was
I'm sure.
phenomenal.
And that's probably why she did it in the first place. When you're one of the main characters in a teen sitcom for however many years she was on Saved by the Bell, I want to say 5+. it's kind of difficult to kind of shake off what you
Oh,
can do after
she
that.
shook it.
So,
She
oh,
definitely shook it.
she shook it, but unfortunately, it may not have been her best the
Choice.
best choice for her. All of the other, I mean, Lark Voorhees kind of disappeared, and
She
Dustin
does
Diamond,
something
God
with.
rest his soul, went to do other things too. But,
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
yeah, no, let's not talk about that. Let's keep it clean. But,
Although he
Mark
got
Paul
better looking as he got
Gosselaar,
aged.
yes, and Mark Paul Gosselaar moved on to do TV shows that he did pretty well. I think he's still doing TV. Mario Lopez is now in what, like Entertainment Weekly or ET or Entertainment Tonight, one of those like
Dude has not aged. How is he not aged? I mean, he just looks that youthful.
he's yes. Well, makeup, I'm sure, but he still looks good for a man around our age. He still looks like AC Slater.
I'm not
He's
gay,
always going to be AC Slater to me.
but damn, the guy looks good. I mean, just
Now, the question here is Zach Morris or AC Slater?
if I was gay, where are we
Mm-hmm.
going with this
Mm-hmm.
question?
Mm-hmm.
If I had to choose between one of them, am I an AC guy or a Zach guy? I think AC because he was a better dancer, and I want to be romanced.
You want to be wooed?
I want to be wooed. I want to be taken on the dance floor and danced and stuff like that. I believe a little romance. Toby, you can bite me. Because Toby freaking added me a bunch of times and it was just like one after another. So, dude, yeah. So,
Yeah, I mean, as much as Zach Morris looked to be a lot of fun, they both like based on the personalities on the show, they were both like really fun characters. But he wasn't necessarily my style, despite the fact that Zach Morris is basically physically what I would look for in a man. I would have preferred Slater over Zach Morris.
so let's turn the tables.
Hmm.
Jesse, Kelly, or Lisa. Since I had to do the gay version of this one, you do the gay version of this one.
Mm.
Ooh, and you're thinking about it too. She made that sound.
I'm
Just
thinking
for
about
Rusty.
it because no, I am thinking about it because despite the fact that Jesse was kind of neurotic and very driven, it's like she wouldn't have been my cup of tea. Lisa was a little too on the shallow end, and Kelly's too sporty for me. But if I had to go with one, I would likely say Kelly Kapowski.
Shoot, I would have went with Lisa.
Hey,
Lisa was
listen.
more my type.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Kelly was a little too ditzy. Jesse was, yeah, just too much drama.
Yeah, like I said,
was
it's
a
like
Lisa
she
guy.
was. Jesse would have been like, we're okay if we're just friends. Let's just be friends, Jesse. It's not you, it's me, Jesse.
Man, we just took this show completely off track too. This is not in.
Listen,
This is
wasn't
nowhere near what we were supposed to do.
I was going to say, wasn't Saturday morning when it was a Good Morning Miss Bliss? Didn't it start as as a Saturday morning show, Saved by the Bell, or before it was Saved by the Bell? It
See,
was
now here's a fun. Yeah, here's the
it
fun thing.
was Good Morning Miss Bliss.
I'm listening to the Zach to the Future
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Mark Paul Gosselaar and some writer, I forget his name. Dude, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Forgot your name completely. And but Mark Paul Gosselaar, he's on it, and
Mm-hmm.
they review every single episode. And they started with Good Morning Miss Bliss, and
Mm-hmm.
every episode is the next episode in line for the show. And they talk about what was going on and the writing and what they were doing and
Mm-hmm.
behind the scenes stuff. It's really cool. It's if you're of that generation and you watched it because you either watched it Saturday morning
Mm-hmm.
because that's when it started, or you watched it in syndication when you came home from school at
Yes.
3:30 like the rest of us,
Mm-hmm.
and you binged. That's what you did because you didn't want to do your freaking homework.
Exactly.
That's they go over every single episode and they tell you the behind the scenes stuff and the shenanigans and all the cool little things. And Yeah, it's a cool little podcast if you want to check it out. After you indulge in all the Mojo podcasts, go check it out.
Exactly. After you listen to all of the Mojo programming, and after you listen to our show at least one more time, then you can go and listen. Then you can go and listen to something else.
We're gonna see how much of this apple juice made
Mhm.
by Redneck Riviera fish. can taste
Magical,
by the end of the show.
magical apple juice. Magical apple juice. So, I got something. I got something to say.
Oh crap!
Where did Rocky get Fish's
Oh,
new
good.
tail, you ask? A retail store. And now, time for retails with Rocky.
Okay. So, yes, I work in retail. I've been working at this store for 3 years. And for some reason, customers have the habit of thinking that I'm a manager. I'm not quite sure why. I guess I just look the part. And some of the not the managers, but the team leads, they've changed the names of the roles a couple of months ago. They used to be like the customer service managers who would be at the front end with the cashiers and customer service, and now they're called team leads. So the team leads that have known me for all this time, they kind of give me some responsibilities. So I kind of help them out with some basic tasks and whatever. So it's Sunday, we're busy, and I'm coming back from my lunch break, and this woman stops me and asks me if I'm a manager. And I say, "No, ma'am, I'm not a manager, but how can I help you?" And she's talking a million miles per hour. And from what she's explaining to me, she's saying that she did a return at the customer service desk, but that she didn't get her money back. So in my mind, I'm thinking, did we forget to give her cash back? Did we tell her, depending on the transaction, we either give you the option to put a refund back to your credit or debit card. You can get cash, or you can have it put on a gift card. Specifically, if you have a receipt, they kind of give you a little bit more options. If you don't have a receipt, you normally just get whatever we'll give you, you'll get in a gift card. You're not going to get cash. You're not going to get it put back on a card. So this is a Hispanic lady, older lady. She's talking in her thick accented English, and someone's trying to
looking for
talk to
subtitles?
me. Huh? No,
Are you looking for
I
subtitles?
no. I in my head the subtitles are non-existent because I already know where she's going with this.
Okay.
So she has her receipt in her hand. She's trying to show me, and she's pointing and she's talking, and I'm trying to make sense of it. And I tell her, okay, so calm down.
I love the fact that you're acting it out
I'm
as you're
trying
telling
to
the
help.
story.
I'm trying because yes, I talk with my hands. It's like, I'm trying to help you, so why don't we slow down and let's try and figure this out together. So she goes over it again. She tried to do a transaction. It didn't work out. They took her to the customer service desk. She was told that the transaction was fixed, but that whatever the difference was from the correction that they made at customer service was going to go back into her card. She was under the impression that she was going to get cash back, but that's not the option that she was given at the time. So she's like, I need that money right now because I need to pay my bills. And I'm like, ma'am, they told you that it was going to go back on your card. It's not going to show up right away. It's Sunday. This transaction isn't going to show back on your card until Monday or Tuesday. So we're really sorry, but and another girl confirmed, yes, we told her that we were going to put it back on her card, and she said yes, so we proceeded that way. So she's like, well, I need that money. You need to fix this. You need to give me my money back because I need to pay my bills. And at that point, I was being asked to go to another register to help someone because they were going to go to lunch. So at that point, I'm a breaker. I cover breaks, whether lunch or 15-minute breaks. So she's talking to me. She's trying to find another manager to talk to. And out of the corner of my eye, I noticed that the receipts, the amount of money that she is desperately looking for is $10.
You didn't do what I think you did you?
If you know me well enough, you know exactly what I did.
flippin' sap. Okay, go ahead. Tell the story.
Why do you have to ruin the story for
I
me?
didn't say anything. I'm just judging you.
So, you're judging me for no reason, for doing something. All right, listeners. I walked away, and I felt bad for the lady because, we've been there. We've been in tight financial spots. She likely misunderstood what was being told through her because obviously English is not necessarily her first language, her primary speaking language. So I had to go back to the area where she was standing, and I had cash in my pocket because I always carry some cash. And I gave her a $20 bill because I had that amount in my wallet. I gave her a $20 bill, put it in her hand, and I said, "Here you go, hon. God bless you. Have a great day." And I ran back to the register that I was going to cover. So, of course, the lady's looking at me because what do you do? And don't judge me. Don't judge me. That's like,
We will
listen.
talk after the air, off air.
Listen, I'm a sap. Yes. It's not the first time that I do something like that for a customer, that if I see that they're struggling financially, they're short $2, $3 to complete their purchase. I'm like, here you go. Here's a $5 bill. There you go. My husband and I are blessed in the sense that, yes, we both work 2 jobs. We bust our humps to have a roof over our head and to have the things that we have. And I believe in paying it forward. And that's what I tried to tell the lady.
So
it's like, here you go. It's like, here, take the $20 bill with my blessing. No, don't bring it back. No, don't give it back. If this is for you, just make sure that you pay it. If you ever come across someone who has a similar situation to yours, just make sure that you pay it forward and you do it for someone else. So she
your
ended up
homework
sticking
assignment-
it. She ended up putting it in my vest pocket. And she said, "I can't accept it because it's not your fault. It's the fault of whoever took care for it, customer service." And I'm like, I'm trying to help you. It's like, I'm not trying to do it because I'm looking for any kind of atta girl or, you're such a good person. That's just the kind of person that I am. It's not the first time that I do something like that. And similar to other times when someone says, it's like, "Oh, I don't have any money for lunch," or "I forgot to bring lunch," or something like that. It's like, "Here, I'll get you lunch," or here's $10, go get yourself some lunch, because I can't help it. I'm nice. Despite what some people might say about me. And I think you know who I'm talking about.
Are those the people that DM me and email me regularly?
Those are people that tell you how terrible a person I am.
I get some interesting DMs. Some of them about you.
Mhm.
Most of them are about my faith. I get a lot of crap about that. That's always fun.
When to me, it's like, you and I may have different beliefs about different things, but that's not where our friendship is at. I value you far more for other reasons than I do that. Every person will believe differently. I'm not here to judge anybody for whatever reason. I'm sure that we can see past that. Same thing with religious beliefs, political differences or opinions. I know that we're not a political show. We're certainly not a religious show either, but I'm the kind of person where I'm like, live and let live. You choose to live your life the way that you see fit. And as long as you're a good person and you're nice and all of that fun stuff, then I don't care what you believe. It's
So
like, I hope
here's
that you
your
don't
homework
care what I
assignment for next
believe.
week.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When you get a chance, you are to watch Matchstick Men.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched it already, and the Will Smith movie, I believe it's called The Hustle,
Uh-huh.
where he plays a con man, and you
Mm-hmm.
get to see all the different cons.
I know. Whether it's a con or not, I did it because I was compelled to do it. I don't do it all the time. I am kind of judicious as to who I help. But in this case, the woman was in severe distress and she was worried about $10. And I'm like, if you're worried about $10, then you've made a lot of bad choices in your life. So I'll help you with the $10.
I get stressed about $2. That's because I'm a cheapskate. I'm a
That's
mensch.
different. Oh my goodness. It's the
What?
first half of the show. It's already done.
Oh, I thought you were yelling at me for what I just said.
No, no, no. Well, we have more stories coming up after the jump, everybody. Stay tuned. This is Room 13 on Mojo 50. Don't blame me for being a sap.
Sap. This is why I get along with Tom so well.
And Tom would probably be like, I agree with Raquel.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
I got a feeling he'd lean on my side a little bit.
No. That's because you don't know of all of the times that when we were living out on Long Island and we would take the Silver Snail back and forth between Manhattan and Babylon, the town that we lived in, when we were at Penn Station, you would get like the random person walking up to you and asking for money for food. Instead of us giving
Oh,
them
yeah,
money,
I lived in Atlanta.
instead of giving them money, we would say, well, we're here at the station. If you've been to Penn Station, you know what it's like. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can get to eat while you're down there. So we would always be like, well, we'll buy you something to eat. We'll buy you something to drink. It doesn't matter how much it is. Just tell us what you want and we'll buy it for you. We wouldn't give them money because a lot of times, well, you know what they're doing with that money.
Gets
Some
shot right into the
people,
arm.
yes, some people would gladly take the food, and would eat the food. And some other people would be like, well, I feel like having food from this other place. So, we'd be like, well, how about
hungry
you
are you?
have like food from here because we can't leave. We have to take the train back home. And when they would get agitated because they would want money because they want food from some other place, it's like, yeah, no. Well, then, we're sorry, we can't help. So,
Yeah, when I was in Atlanta, there was a beggar outside the grocery,
mhm.
and I went in the other way, and I
Ooh,
bought
10
myself lunch
seconds.
because I was going back to the airport. I'll tell you a story later. Similar story though. I gave my lunch.
I can't believe that first half hour went by so quickly.
Yeah, that got out of hand really quick because that's half that stuff is not on the prep sheet. That was not covered in the production meeting. That was not covered between
That
the
was not,
interns.
yes.
There was
The
no memo about
intern
that.
was just fell asleep. But here is a very, very, very special message of something that hits very, very close to home.
Break out the tissues.
This is our featured charity of the month. As you all know, every month we choose a nonprofit organization or a charity to help out because there's lots of issues going on in this world. And this month, this is our special organization that we've selected.
Every day, jackholes are forced to endure the indignity of watching Brad Staggs do the Daily Mojo without pants. But for just $5, you can stop this pain. For the cost of a really bad cup of coffee. For half the cost of a Chick-fil-A meal. Because let's face it, chicken too tasty. You can help put a pair of pants on Brad Staggs and stop this visual from reoccurring. Please go now to mojo50.com and donate $5 to help this noble cause.
That's right. Our featured nonprofit, or not nonprofit, because we are for profit. I mean, we are asking.
We just
for
haven't turned one.
donations. That's right.
We want to be a
right.
prophet so bad. We want to we try so hard to be a prophet.
Yes.
And
yes.
yeah, we have yet to turn a profit.
We got to work. We got to work on it. We got to put a little bit more effort. So yeah, we do have a nonprofit organization lined up for the month of April. But for right now, And continuing in the spirit of the Mojo 50 t-shirt contest, because there's only so many t-shirts that you can have, is just donate to Mojo 50. $1, $5. I do a $5 recurring donation. So it's $5. It's literally what you would spend if you don't spend your money at APR Coffee and you buy coffee from that Siren place or the place
Wherever,
with
Burger
the
King.
place with the golden letter or the king of
Well,
sandwiches
Yeah.
or whatever,
know
wherever
why
you
they're-
get your coffee. That's
Why
not.
are you buying your coffee there? Don't you love yourself? Put something good in your body. Stop doing that to yourself. That's terrible. Go to
Mhm.
APR, AmericanPrideRoasters.com, and put something good in your body.
That's
Bell.
right. That's right. Do you want to tell one of your fish tales?
I can do one little fishtail, and I'm going to do it just to trigger my flipping wife because of what
Okay.
happened last weekend.
Let's start. Let's. You want your theme song?
Sure. Let's make it official.
That segment you just can't get enough of. Tales from a Fish starts now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'm looking at the 4 different stories that I had picked out because I'm like, there's a lot of stuff that happens to me. It's ridiculous.
Your wife. Your
Help,
wife.
I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there's 2 that involve my wife, but I'm going to do this one just because it's going to trigger her. So we've had some Wi-Fi problems. You've known about our Wi-Fi problems. We've had Wi-Fi
Yes.
problems. My Wi-Fi's it's like me on a stressful day. It's kind of
Mhm.
unstable. It's unstable. At best, I'm unstable. So I sent my wife and I'm like, look, I researched it out. I'm the computer geek at home. We need to get a router. It'll stable the Wi-Fi. It'll strengthen it up a little bit. And I'm like, and because we have all my girls have an iPhone. Everybody has
Mhm.
2 computers. They have iPads. There's so many devices.
It sucks
Wi-Fi
up the bandwidth.
So we need to diversify the bandwidth and make it, to split it up a little bit. Let's get a router. So she went shopping with her girlfriends. There's 3 of her friends came over and they all went shopping. And I'm like, look, here is the router we need. And she
Mm.
gave me a honey-do list and she went shopping that morning. She came back that afternoon and she found me on the couch. I completed my honey-do list. I mopped the floors. I did the bathrooms. I scrubbed the tub. I prepared dinner. It was all set to go. And I was relaxing for a minute. Just for a minute. I was just taking a relax. I was flipping around ESPN, doing manly things. And she walks in the door with her 3 friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she throws the router at me. And she goes, hey, tech support, get off your lazy beep and get this done. And I think she was showing off for her girlfriends, to
As
and I
we
think
do. It's called a
being a
nag.
little-
It's called a nag assist.
yeah, and she was looking for support from her girlfriends and who all
Mhm.
giggled, like tech support, hee, get off your lazy, hee. And
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, it's like this, is it? I'm like, I understand you being playful. I get it. I accept it. No problem. I'm like, but you have given me an audience. And that is a dangerous thing to do in front of me, to
Mhm.
supply me with said audience. So I'm
Mhm.
like, tech support, huh?
I know that.
Okie dokie. So I got up, I got to my table, I got over to where the computer, the Wi-Fi is, and I started installing it. And I did it in both voices. I did it in my voice and tech support. And I
Oh,
made
boy.
an imaginary phone call to tech support. And I did it real nice and loud in front of all the women. Hi, calling tech support. Hello, this is tech support. My name is Bob. Hi, Bob. My name is Eric. Hi, Eric. How can I help you today? Well, I have a router here that I need to install. Oh, thank you very much. Hold on, please. Have you tried to unplug it and plug it back in? Yes, I've tried that already, but I just bought it. Okay, well, first things we have to take it out of the package. And I understand that. And I did this 10-minute thing back and forth between my regular voice and the Indian voice. Thank you so very much for appreciating our business. We have installed this in Indian, blah, 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 and I just went on. And my wife is like looking at me with daggers in her eyes, like, you son of a fudge. And her girlfriends think I'm absolutely delightful. and they're just going on. Oh, they're giggling and laughing. It must be so fun being married to him. He's so delightful and entertaining. And she's looking at me like, you are
I'm gonna
sleeping
kill you.
outside of the fishbowl tonight. You are sleeping outside the fishbowl. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed just blah blah blahing in front of my wife. And thank you so much for choosing our product. Is there anything else I can help you with today? Again, my name is Bob. I'm sure your name is Bob, sir. It is. It's Bob.
We've learned from the best. We really, really have. We truly have.
If she didn't do that with an audience, I would have been fine and I would have done my job like she told me to do. But there was an audience there and I had to teach her a lesson.
It's putting you on the spot and putting you on the spot.
Yeah, I'm like, you put me on the spot. I'm like, now I have to perform. I can't let you get away with this. There's no way I can let you get away with this. That's good apple juice. That's good apple juice.
Mrs. Fish. Oh, Mrs. Fish.
I know what I have in my glass. What do you have in your glass?
I have Burr Hamilton.
Ooh. So, should I do
really quite delightful. Yes.
You want me to do the blah, blah, blah? Because I don't think you want to do this blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
So, our dad jokes are brought to you by American Pride Roasters Coffee. They make terrible condoms, completely unreliable pregnancy tests, and the worst massage oils. But they make the best coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. And a disclaimer, a little PSA for everybody at home listening right now. If you're drinking this coffee together on those late romantic evenings, we are not responsible for any new surprises about 9 months after the fact. But you can name that child Rocky, Dave, Tim, or Fish.
That's right. That's right. So don't forget, go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com, AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Order yourself some coffee. Trust us, you're not going to regret it.
Ooh, and in the notes section, when you do make that order, because I just made an order for my daughter for Easter, she's ordering the chocolate drops. She became addicted. By the way, we're going to review those on our housekeeping.
On our housekeeping, yes. So if you are watching this episode through our Facebook page, we released the video version of this radio show you're listening right now. And here, well, the little fish decided to get into Fish's bag of coffee drops, and
she left me one freaking piece. I have one piece
to
left.
taste test.
Just one. Look. Here it is. Look, that's it. There's nothing left in the freaking bag. I have one chocolate drop.
One piece of coffee drop. But we're going to be reviewing those in our housekeeping portion of this show, which comes right after this episode. So if you get a chance, go on Facebook, find our page, Room 13 Radio Show. Click on video just fast forward to the end of the show. And where we do a little bit more blah, 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 it may be uncensored because it is just for our it's an after party. It's our housekeeping session, you know.
And I will probably buy my second glass of this fine apple juice made by Redneck
delightful apple juice made by John Rich's Redneck Riviera.
So, American Pride Roasters, when you go to American Pride Roasters, do me one little favor. Do us a favor, because I want to show Dave what's up. I want to show Tim what's up. In the little notes section, tell them Room 13 sent you. I want to annoy the holy crap out of them. We do a lot of work for them. We do a lot of tweeting for them. We do a lot of advertising for them. We do a lot of blah, blah, blah for them. I want to show them what's up. So in the little notes section, when you make your order, tell them Room 13 sent you.
Yes. Exactly. So, because I had a mom joke last week, I found another one.
Oh, this is how it starts.
That's how it starts. This is your idea. You're the one who started with the dad jokes. And now here come the mom jokes. I have a mom joke. All right, knock, knock.
Oh, sorry. Who's there?
I'ma let
who?
I'ma let mommy sleep in today.
You're dreaming.
Yeah, no. Mommy doesn't get to sleep in, so.
Yeah.
That's all I get anyway. So, but we do have some jokes from some of our friends from all over the place. So
I'm looking forward to one of them. There's
here
one of them I'm looking forward to.
The first one.
Good morning, Room 13. It's your favorite leprechaun to be on America Nuck at 1 p.m. Eastern later this Saturday. I have a couple of dad jokes for you. What do you call 50 pigs and 50 deer? 100,000 bucks.
Oh.
Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served warm, it would be just water. That's bad. Hope it's a great show, guys. Peace out, everybody.
Oh,
I
man.
love the laugh. I love the laugh. Here's
He is the king of dad jokes.
yes. Here's another one from our good friend Knights who say nee.
This is the Knights who say knee. A man tells his doctor, "Doc, help me. I'm addicted to Twitter." The doctor replies, "Sorry, I don't follow you."
You get it?
Oh, crap. Okay, here's something cool.
Mm-hmm.
He finally sent me a picture of what he looks like. Not only does he have an amazing radio voice,
Mm-hmm.
he's a good look, like newscaster-esque. Good looking,
Really?
like camera ready, good looking. Yes.
Mm.
I'm so
He's eye
mixed. I'm like,
he's
not only
eye
did
candy
God-
is what you're saying?
he's a pretty good looking man. He's a good looking dude. I was really I'm like, God blessed you with a voice like that, and he gave you the looks. Son of a bitch.
Some guys have all the luck.
Yeah.
Yes, here's another one from our good friend Kinsey, aka Amtrak.
Hello, this is Amtrak from the Tin Can Radio program on Spreaker.com with a weekly Mojo 50 review posted normally some point in time each Sunday morning. I'm calling in to give you all a joke. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? It only takes one psychiatrist to change a light bulb. But first, the light bulb has to really want to change.
Son of a bitch. I saw it coming too, and I couldn't get out of the way. It was like that train coming at me when I was jogging. I couldn't get out of the way.
It was like
I saw
that
it coming.
Amtrak. Yes, it was like that Amtrak. It's just that Amtrak. And here's one from our very good friend, the non-midget little person, short person, Miss Erica Stealthy Jack Hole.
I hope it's a short joke.
Okay, so I'm sending my dad joke because, well, Fish is making me. So there's this guy, and he's been having trouble with his wife in the bedroom. You know, he's got that ED problem. You guys know what I'm talking about, right, Fish?
No.
So he goes to the doctor, and he says, "Doc, I got this problem. I'm having trouble with my wife in the bedroom." You know, Doc says, "Don't worry about it. I can fix that. All you have to do is say 1, 2, 3. He says, "That's great. That's all I have to do. It's fantastic. Wait, what do I do when I'm done?" The doctor says, "All you have to do is say 1, 2, 3, 4. Guy's like, "This is amazing." Gets in the car, he's going home, he's all excited, he's whistling, he's singing a tune, shaking his butt a little bit, he's all ready, gets home, it's nighttime, takes a shower, gets in the bed, his wife's in the bathroom getting ready for bed. He sees her come out of the bathroom. He goes, 1, 2, 3. She walks over to the bed, she pulls back the covers, and she says, "What's the 1, 2, 3 for?"
That was such a. It was a good setup. I have no idea what she means by it. I know what she means. I have no idea what that Ed thing is. I don't know Ed. I don't even know any guys named Ed. I didn't make her tell a joke.
I'm not saying that I believe her, but
I know, believe all women, blah, blah, blah.
stuff like that. That's how I've heard it. I don't know. I don't always believe all. You know what? We'll leave it for another time. So, are we ready for what's in the news?
What's in the news? Don't we have a sounder for this? There it is. And now, the Room 13 News. With your host, Rocky and the Fish.
That's right.
Ooh, the whiskey helps. Wow, that really did. I felt almost Chris Branhamish.
It feels really professional, is what
Have
it
you
feels
heard?
like.
Have you listened to him do those naughty books?
Yes. No.
I can't make eye contact with Chris anymore. I listened to a bunch of them, well, segments of them, just the good parts, and I can't make eye contact with them anymore. They're really good. He has that deep voice. Where it's like,
He's.
Tell me I'm pretty, Chris. Just tell me I'm pretty. Oh shit, Tim's gonna capture this. Well, that'll be on his show now. I'm gonna stop now.
So's Amtrak. Kinsey's gonna take this, and he's going to make a special promo just for
Yeah,
you.
I'm.
You set yourself up for it. So, if you're wondering what you're going to do with your 401k money, or for those of you who have received your stimulus check, you can always save it because a Scottish island is going up for sale with an opening bid of $111,700. So, yeah, an auction house announced an entire 11-acre island in the Scottish Highlands, which is going to be auctioned online with a starting bid of $111,700. Auctioneer's Future Property said Deer Island on Scotland's west coast is a space that can be enjoyed with zero chance of intrusion. Property manager Stephen McCluskey says the island is being sold for the first time after being owned by the same family for the past 500 years. The closest island, Eilean Shona, is owned by Vanessa Branson, who's the sister of British businessman Richard Branson of Virgin and Virgin Airlines fame.
Ooh.
They use it as a business. Eilean Shona is bigger, significantly bigger, but they've got chalets and retreats where a number of celebrities go and stay, McCluskey told CNN. Deer Island, by comparison, is as undeveloped as can be. It's rock and trees, really, at the moment. There's nothing on it, and never been anything built on it, nor any application to have anything on it, he said. There's nothing at all. It's been completely uninhabited for 500 years. McCluskey said the new owners will have to receive relevant planning permissions from the Scottish government before attempting to build anything on the island. Deer Island is expected to sell for $209,000 to $279,000 in the March 26th online auction. So that's actually pretty cheap.
How many jackholes can we get together
Enough.
and we can have our own island?
Enough. Yeah. You know,
And then
we
I'm-
just have to move to Scotland, but
I like Scotland. They wear kilts. It's kind of breezy. It's kind of nice. It's very refreshing.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're not supposed to wear
It is
wear
very
anything underneath the
breezy.
kilt. Real
Mhm.
Scotsmen's, yes, real Scotsmen's don't wear anything underneath the kilt.
Scotmen.
Scotmen? What'd I say?
Scotmen's. There's no
One
never mind.
Scotman, many Scotmen's.
Okay.
Scotch guard,
You're
Scotch guards.
the apple juice is impairing your your ability to speak English.
Well, let's be honest. I've never been that smart to begin with. The whiskey might be actually making me more entertaining.
Yes, that is likely true. That is likely true. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's funny because this house that I live in, when we purchased the house, it was at $185,000, and right now the value of this house is probably at $235,000.
Ooh.
So I could probably sell this house, and with some additional financial assistance, meaning I would probably have to take out a mortgage loan or something like that, I would be able to buy the island. I don't know what the heck I would do with it, but
Isn't your husband Irish?
not completely. Not completely. It's more like Irish, Italian. He's from New York, so those cultures intermarried rather often. So Irish, Italian kind of
It's a
stuff.
mix.
Yes, it's a mix, something like that. Something like that.
It made good stock.
Yes. Okay, your turn.
If you give a naked man a cookie. Are you familiar with the book of a similar name?
If you give a mouse a cookie, yes. I
Yes.
have. I do remember the book.
Well, we go off on a similar tangent with if you give a naked man a cookie. A homeowner in Erie, Pennsylvania, not far from where I am right now, called the cops Monday night when he found a naked man singing and drinking milk in his kitchen. Thank God he didn't give him a cookie because he would have stayed longer. The homeowner heard someone singing inside his home around 3 a.m., The police don't note what song he was singing. I think that would add to the story.
Hmm.
Monday, police told the Associated Press he grabbed his pistol. I wonder whose pistol he grabbed because the guy's naked. Huh. I got to do this show more often, drinking apple juice. This is fun. He grabbed his pistol. He doesn't say whose it was, and went to investigate. He found a stranger inside the kitchen, sitting on the floor and drinking milk. I hope it was milk.
Was it bare ass on the floor?
Yeah, I know. I
Drinking
just
milk?
washed it. I mean, that
Just
could, you know,
waxed it.
Yeah. Now there's a butt mark on my floor. Oh, I got to buff that out. So he found us. See, I found the fun stories. He found the stranger in the kitchen sitting on the floor and drinking his milk. The identities of both men were not released. What does that make sense for? No injuries were reported. That dude's lucky because there would have been injuries. And it's not clear how the man entered the home or what his motive was. Well, apparently, it was just to drink milk. When did he take off his clothes? Did he take off his clothes before he got in the house or after he got in his house? Was he walking around the neighborhood naked and just happened in there? Or did he enter the house through some mysterious means? I'm guessing door. And what? And then he disrobed? I mean, was there not a pile of clothes somewhere nearby? I have questions.
I have questions. I think that there's some details that have been left out of this
Yes.
story.
Police took the stranger into custody. No charges. Well, of course, he was a stranger. He didn't have any identification on him. He was naked. They were in his pants. No charges have been filed, but an investigation is ongoing.
No charges have been filed.
You're naked.
mean-
That's breaking and entering.
I
No matter
mean,
what.
That's why I'm saying it's like it sounds to me like there's more to this story than just that.
I wish I could do a good Paul Harvey impression.
They haven't released the identity of either men.
Yes. Why wouldn't you tell the homeowner?
And I mean, and the fact that no charges were filed. I'm like, wouldn't you? I mean, granted, he didn't steal anything other than drinking milk. You know, it's a minor thing.
And me being the homeowner, I didn't shoot you because that would have been my first thing. Although I could see you're not carrying a concealed weapon because
You're naked.
Although, depending on how blessed he was, is that a weapon?
That's why I'm not saying anything, and I'm just going like, well,
I know, but this is primarily an audio
Technically-
show. You really got to.
if you're watching on Facebook, you'll see what face I'm making. Like,
We're not encouraging you to go to Facebook to watch the show, but for some of the stories I find, you really got to come over here and just see Rocky's reaction to like, oh crap, really? Fish? Naked?
I gotta tell you, there's something more going on with this story. It's not just a random naked guy going into a house to drink milk. It sounds like
Spurned lover?
It sounds like someone was invited into the house and maybe he didn't want to leave. And because if you didn't file, like you said, it's breaking and entering. If you're not pressing any kind of charges, you know, just for the basic breaking and entering, it's like I understand that he didn't steal anything other than milk and he's just naked in your house. But still, they still went into your house without, you know, with some intent. So there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more than just that. It can't just be a random naked guy went into a house to drink milk. That's just.
He sounds like a jackal. He sounds like he's one of us. We should really do a roll call and see if anybody's missing.
Who do we know in Pennsylvania that could give us more details?
Oh, there's a roving reporter that's really good I can think of over at Liberty Lighthouse.
Mhm.
And he loves going out with his little tape recorder and interviewing poor folk.
Well, if he doesn't live too far from where this story took place, I would strongly suggest that Mr. Seraphine goes and plays what, Spider-Man? Do we want to say Spider-Man like Peter Parker?
Peter Parker, Clark
Yeah.
Kent. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And kind of
I don't
go
really
and
think Peter
research
can't
the
be a
story
superhero
further.
because of that beard. I think the beard is too identifiable.
So,
It just, You can't conceal it. You got to conceal your identity. That's half the fun.
He could wear something, he could wear like a full face mask, something that covers his face completely, and he can tuck the beard under the costume.
That sounds like an innuendo for something else.
No,
He needs a beard for his beard?
a
Is that where
cover
we're
for
going
his
with this?
beard. A cover for his beard. Yes.
A beard
Like a full
cover.
face, like a full face mask kind of thing.
Okay.
And speaking of beards, and because
Yes.
because we're approaching that mark, when is it that the contest comes to its conclusion?
April 11th, we will be having. We haven't had a production meeting between us and Off Track just yet. Off Track heard here Sundays at 8:00. 8 to 10. We are both wearing Off Track gear. I'm wearing the original OG Off Track gear,
And I
Rocky
am
got
wearing
new
the
stuff.
new one with the microphone and a t-shirt in the back says whatever and stuff, which is one Rusty Lugnuts tagline. So the contest is April 11th. It comes to an end. Whoever wins will win
Well,
a
the
wonderful
winners
bottle of Redneck Riviera whiskey.
will be judged by the listeners of both Off Track and this
Yes.
fine show,
Mm-hmm.
Room 13. So
Any
it's going to be
listener
up to
to
the listeners.
Mojo 50 will be voting. So we're approaching the end of our show. There's the music, just like that. I want to thank everybody for coming along for the ride this Saturday morning. We hope that everybody has a great day. Stay safe. Don't do anything naked. And Fish, say goodnight.
Good night. Stay tuned. We're going to review Chocolate Drops from APR.
I almost forgot about that.
What's that? Chocolate Drops?
Yes, the chocolate drops. The coffee drops. The coffee drops. So here we are. Hi, everyone.
That
Hope
went
everybody's
rude.
having a fine Saturday.
Are we releasing both of these on the same time?
Mm-hmm. This time, let's just do it as housekeeping after the show. Just because, why record it now and then release it on Wednesday when we can just do it all now.
Bonus content. So our bonus content is housekeeping.
That's right.
So
That's
does everybody
right.
enjoy the pictures I found this week? For our
Mhm.
studio, we have one, I can't do this reverse, Watson Prunier from
Watson
Battle for
Prunier.
Freedom.
Hmm.
We have one Mike Frerip.
Mike
Where is
Ferrip.
my- Why does my finger not go the right way?
Because
There
of
it
the. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Mike
It's hard to do it
Ferrip.
in the mirror.
And then our coffee drops right there.
Well, that's
Man.
actually, that's whatchamacallit, Watson's white.
Watson's white chocolate caramel.
Yes, I found a bag of that. And then these are my coffee drops, which my daughter got into.
Now,
She-
which flavor coffee drops did you end up getting?
I got the banana chip.
I think I remember you telling me that you were going to get the banana one.
Well, that's because Tim told me to get the banana chip. They're like, no, get the banana chip. He suggested it highly. I've had the coconut before, and I
Mhm.
wanted to know what to try next. And he highly suggested. Tim is the APR, I don't know what you'd call him, Tweeter extraordinaire.
He is the marketing manager. He's the marketing manager.
Out of the Cleveland office.
Yes, that's right. The satellite office.
But if you saw it on Twitter, I got this on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I unboxed it.
I just
And-
dropped my coffee drop on the floor.
My mail smelled flipping amazing.
It always
And my
does when you get a
daughter-
package of APR coffee too.
And there's my 16-year-old daughter, who
Mm.
I can't argue with very much because she's muscular. She likes lifting weights and she boxes as part of her workout. So I'm like, I'm not sure.
You
I
don't
can
want to
keep this
get
away
your
from her.
ass beat by your daughter, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I've taught her very well. So she's like, can I try one? And you could hear her reaction. I'm like, yeah, go on, you can try one. And you could hear the exuberance, the sincere, when she tried it, and she was just so excited. And she's eaten the whole flipping bag except one piece. All I have is this one piece to try. That's all
Mhm.
I got. This is crumbs. There's nothing.
That's what ends up happening. Yeah.
I don't know how many pounds are in because I don't have my glasses on.
It is 9 ounces.
So almost a little more than half a pound.
Yes, slightly over a half a pound. Yes.
So what do you got? What do you got on your
I
side?
have the mint coffee bark,
Ooh,
mint coffee drops.
they're not expensive. I think it was
They're
mine was
not.
$8,
Yeah,
$8.50.
like 8 and change. Yeah.
Get it now before the weather gets warmer, because if you're in one of those states that gets warm, sorry, it's gonna melt. It's one of those,
Mm-hmm.
and all you do is put it in the fridge, let it
Mm-hmm.
cool, let it solidify, take a little
Mm-hmm.
mallet to it, and break. So
Either that, or if it comes out like really, really melty, just take parchment paper, and just lay it. You could probably like melt it all, on like double boiler style, and just put it on a cookie sheet, parchment paper, and then just break it up like you would peppermint bark. If you people make peppermint bark during the holidays, which I do, then you know what to do.
which holiday?
Christmas.
Ah.
Christmas, during the Christmas season, because we say Christmas here.
Once upon a time ago, my parents took us when we were children to Florida for Easter.
I'm going to start
And they
eating the
didn't-
coffee bark because it's so good and I'm not holding back. Mint coffee
Well,
bark.
they didn't do the whole little math in their head that Florida's warm. The chocolate in the back of the trunk might melt, and all of our Easter chocolate melted into. It was just like this one big clump, and I'm like, so Easter morning they took pots out and they melted everything down and they remade bars. Go ahead, give people the review. You got the
Oh.
mint chocolate bark.
Got the mint chocolate bark. The mint
Is it overly
taste.
minty?
No, the mint taste is not overwhelming. It's not like the taste is almost reminiscent of the Andes mint chocolates.
Ooh, very nice.
It's not like exceedingly minty, but you can get that taste of peppermint. I like peppermint and chocolate and Andes mints, but Andes mints are actually supposedly dark chocolate. So
Are they dark chocolate? Yeah, they are dark
Mhm.
chocolate. Yeah,
it's
they're
dark
not
chocolate.
bitter dark chocolate, but they are dark.
It's probably like 65% cacao or something like that. So good.
So that's good.
I keep these stashed in the very, very back of the fridge, in the very bottom drawer.
Mr.
The
Rocky, if you're
crisper.
listening, that's where it is.
He doesn't like mint anything, so
Oh, okay.
I
thought
hide
you
it
said he
mostly
doesn't
for
like-
myself.
I thought you were gonna say he doesn't like our show. I'm like, oh.
He's probably not going to watch.
You're getting every little piece of that off your fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I actually haven't even tried this yet.
Please do.
So this is the banana chip. It comes in this nice. Oh, where's the camera? The camera's up here.
Mm-hmm.
So comes in a pretty solid piece. Not bad.
Mhm.
So
When you try it, you'll see why.
it's melting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
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 So good. So good.
People that start talking or saying something, people are going to be like, what are these two doing?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know what it is, right?
There are certain people listening right now that are getting really turned on.
It's a banana. It's a banana chip with
The
the
bananas-
mixture.
The banana's not overpowering. It's kind of
Mhm.
it's a very subtle banana. Lots of
Mhm.
milk chocolate. It's not the cheap milk chocolate. I know when
Yeah,
you go
no.
to certain candy confectioners,
Mm-hmm.
they
Give
do
it
that
like
really
Gritty.
crappy milk
Mhm.
chocolate that they try to pass off as chocolate, and it's not. This is like more of like a Hershey's milk chocolate. It's very
Mhm.
nice. It's very creamy. The banana chips, they're very nicely dried,
Mm-hmm.
so they crumble very nicely between your teeth. They don't get stuck and they don't break your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And the coffee,
You can taste the hint of coffee, and that's the thing. It's like it doesn't feel gritty, like, and only because I've tried them before, like the chocolate covered espresso beans. You're actually getting like an espresso bean, and you're chewing it, and then you end up with like it just tastes a little gross. And I've tried other chocolates like or confections similar to the coffee drops in concept, and it still feels gritty. Like I don't know what grind they use with the chocolate, but you can taste the coffee, but it doesn't leave like that gritty like you're drinking coffee.
Like the coffee, yeah, it's like the coffee grinds. Whatever Dave does,
Mm-hmm.
he must have like the finest of grind going to the chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
because there is no, oh look, you got it in your tongue. Look, a coffee piece of coffee. No, there's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Creamy chocolate. The banana chip just dissolves upon impact with your teeth, and it's good. It's freaking good. My 16-year-old daughter, who, what's a good word? She's a foodie. She's a very big foodie. She cooks, she bakes, she does some really cool things.
Okay, I'm
And
not having any more of this because I'll
she's
eat the
not
whole bag.
she's very picky. She
Mm-hmm.
has pretty good taste. And
Mm-hmm.
she was just in love with this coffee. So a couple days ago, she was just, can you get me some? Can you buy me my own little? And I'm like, you have your own job. You have a credit card. I know you do. Make a flippin' order. Just tell Dave I sent you. Just tell Dave you're one of the fish kids, and he'll take care of you. If you're going to make an order, just tell him Room 13 sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was freaking phenomenal. This is really, really good. I was a little reluctant when I first got it, because I got the
Mm-mm.
coconut the first time, and I thought, I'm
The
like, oh,
coconut ones was actually, I think I tried the original ones. They were almost like butterscotchy, caramely in flavor profile, with additional from like the almost like cinnamon, coffee, chocolate, butterscotch, caramel kind of flavor profile. The second ones that I tried were the coconut ones. And then I tried the banana ones. And I think I tried the banana ones just as they had first made them. Like I think it was like the first official batch that they were selling, and they were so good. But that's the thing. It's like whenever I place an order, which I'm due for an order now. I'm like halfway through this bag of Burr Hamilton. And I try to like space it out. I try and not brew the coffee every single day because I'll run out very quickly. But I can honestly tell you they're worth it. They're worth it. You can taste the quality. You can taste the love and the effort that Dave puts into this product. It's not cheap, and it doesn't taste cheap.
Mrs. Fish got very excited because she was on Facebook,
Hmm.
and I had shared one of the I think is it a seasonal flavor, the king cake?
It's a year-round flavor.
Oh, is that a year round? So
I believe so.
APR had shared it on Facebook, and I reshared it.
Hmm.
And the wife saw it, and she got very excited. She's like, "What is this?" And she's reading it off, and why haven't we tried this? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you like your JFK, we get JFK. I like my blueberry donut hole, and I like some of Ron's sexual chocolate, and
Who doesn't like round sexual chocolate?
and a little piece of Watson. And so those are my go-to APR things.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I just haven't tried it yet. And there she is. You can see her fingers busily at the keyboard. I'm like, what you doing? I'm making an order now. And I'm like, making an order of what? She's I'm getting the king cake. I'm getting the king cake. There's a baby in the king cake? And I'm like, yes, there's a baby Jesus in the king cake.
Hmm.
So she's very excited to try that one. That should be here with the daughter's chocolate order by the middle of the week. I mean, it does come from Idaho.
Iowa.
It's one of the I states. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Same thing. But it comes from there.
No, they're not the same thing.
It's
Iowans will be highly offended, and so will be Idahoans.
Idahoans?
I think so.
Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
Oh.
I know one person in Idaho. I'm sure she'll correct me if I have the name wrong.
Every time you say Idaho, some piece of me starts giggling.
I know. No, Idaho.
Idaho? Idaho.
Yes, Idaho. You're the one who gets catcalled when he goes running.
Haven't had that happen since that
Because you
time.
haven't been running outside since your surgery, though. You only started again.
I've run twice outside
Mm-hmm.
since surgery. I got some training to do. Today was a running day.
Mm-hmm.
Did some lifting. I did yoga yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Some heavy bag stuff today. So getting back to it.
Oh, there you go. Little by little. Do you have any more medical procedures or anything that you have to do?
Thank God, no. I'm
Good.
done. I'm totally cleared. So the doctor said I'm fit as a fiddle, healthy as a horse, hopefully a Clydesdale, and good to go. And I'm looking at marathons and a couple biathlons.
I'm excited because like one of the so at this new job where I'm at, she does AR and she's involved in some of the projects that the company does. She comes up to me, she gives me something to work on, and she's like, "Are you still doing virtual races?" I'm like, well, clearly, I don't look like I have done any lately. And said, well, with COVID and everything, a lot of these companies were doing virtual races, and that was like all the craze last year. And this year, because in some states things are starting to get back to normal, they really haven't scheduled a lot of virtual much of anything. So, I told her it's like for right now, I don't know of any major ones. Like there are a couple. I saw like a Godzilla versus Kong virtual race based on the
What?
movie. Yeah, based on
What?
the movie. I think I saw it on Facebook.
Ma-
Either Facebook or
oh,
Instagram.
March
So
31st, that movie comes out, and I'm so excited.
so that one, I know of that one. Um and I'm trying to think what else because I did end up doing the Disney the Princess 5K. And that one was a virtual one, and she was telling me, "Oh yeah, I tried to get on the Disney ones, and they fill up." I'm like, "Yeah, those is like you have to basically pay for the registration for a race for next year. You have to pay for those now because they fill up very, very quickly."
Those are ridiculous. They get you up at like 2 or 3 in the morning. You got to be at the starting line by whatever in the morning, and then you
hmm
got to be done by whatever in the morning. And I'm like,
Because
I'm not.
because those races have happened before the park opens and before the extra magic hours. Extra magic hours are usually eight to nine. So extra magic hours is available to people who are staying on campus, on Disney campus. So as a bonus perk, because you're staying on campus, they let you come in an hour early and they let you stay an hour late.
We had a similar promotion at the strip club I worked at, and we called it the same thing. Extra magic hours.
Extra magic hours.
True
I'm
story.
sure. I'm sure. I am not even going to argue with that because I
When
have
the
a sinking feeling that that it's a true story.
it's when the magic happened.
Of course, of course. So my brother-in-law, my
Oh crap! I just thought of a story.
of course you did. Well, this is the bonus content hour, and this
I
is
was a
housekeeping. So let's go.
I was a bouncer at a Anything Goes nightclub.
Oh boy.
So it wasn't technically a gay nightclub. It was an Anything Goes club. It was open to everybody. It was primarily gay.
Mm-hmm.
They paid very, very well. I loved working there.
I'm sure.
I was there for over a year before I moved
Oof.
on. And we won the after party for the Rhymes with Udacris concert and Rhymes with Hem and Hem. And Hem and Udacris.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how I didn't
Mm-hmm.
say their real names. No one will
No,
guess who it is. No one will
but
guess.
you nearly let the cat out of the bag.
So
Nearly.
they were supposed to show up at the club, and so was the radio station that was sponsoring the show, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the place was freaking packed, just
I'm
mobbed with
sure.
people, and it was a tight club, and Hem and Hem didn't show up because he found out what kind of club we were.
Of course.
Um, I'm
Not
like,
surprised.
this was back in 2000,
Mm-hmm.
99 or 2000. It was right around there. I was with my
Mm-hmm.
wife. It's 2000, 2001. Yeah, 2000. So Hem and Hem wouldn't show up. He said he didn't feel well, but
Uh-huh.
it ended up being he found out what kind of club we were. Udacris showed up. He put on a great show, and after everyone left the club, I had to go into the basement green room and clean up the mess he and his people left. And by mess, I meant the white powdery substance that was left all over some record albums throughout most of the green room. That is my Udacris story. Notice
Is
I
that
did
your
not
brush
say.
with? Is that your brush with fame?
That's one of my
Brush with
brushes of
fame
fame.
story?
I end up having a little brush with a fame with Shania Twain and
Mm-hmm.
it's not Robin Leach. Who was the dad on Growing Pains?
Alan Thicke.
He's a jackass.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh, good, because he was a jackass. So
Oh no! Don't tell me that.
Shania Twain had a autograph signing at a store I was working at, and I was doing undercover security for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Alan Thicke came in with a TV crew
Mm-hmm.
and tried to bully his way to the front of the stage. Yeah, and I got in his way. It was fun. I was under direct orders. No one gets near her. Okay. I took it seriously.
You were doing what you were supposed to do, what you were hired to do. So
We're friends. We're friends. Yeah, everyone in the line is friends with Shania. Back of the line.
well, they are Canadian.
Yeah, I was told.
Maybe they
later.
really were friends. You prevented him from reconnecting with an old friend.
No, they were actually friends, and I got reprimanded later. So
Oh, so he wasn't being a jackass for the sake of being a jackass.
no, he came off as one, and I was in his way. Shania Twain's a little bit of a priss because we
Well,
weren't
she's
allowed.
Canadian.
We weren't allowed to show her poster or pictures we were handing out to the fans as they left. She did
What?
not. She didn't like the pictures, so she didn't want to see them. So they were to be kept out of her view at all times. Yeah, I know. That's the look I gave too. Although I can't do that thing you did with your eyes. One of your eyes went this way and one way I went that way. I don't know how you were
Sorry.
going to tell a better story. I interrupted.
That's no, what story? I don't have a
rem-
story to tell.
I don't
No,
remember. The
that's-
apple juice is kind of impairing most of my decision making.
Yes, well, that's because it's not apple juice, it's whiskey, people. He's drinking whiskey.
It
in
is
case you
very
don't
nice.
in case you don't know, this show was actually recorded last night. You're watching it now, Saturday morning. We're recording this show. It's right now, it's 11:12
Yeah,
in
so
the
I'm not
evening
alcoholic. I'm not
on Friday
morning
night.
drinking.
No, he's not morning drinking this time.
It's okay. It's past 5:00. Jimmy Buffett would approve,
Mm,
and so would John Rich.
I'm sure he would. Yeah. It's perfect time for a drink, for an adult beverage.
And I'm not.
I
an
haven't
adult.
had any alcohol in a while. It's been a while since I've had something to
Well,
drink.
you better get ready because that sponsor we're working on, I submitted the paperwork, and that starts soon.
Yes, but we're not telling people anything else because we don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
No. But yeah,
No.
the sponsor has been contacted. We're good to go. We
Mhm.
have some plans to work out between each other on how we're going to do this, but I've already put the wheels in motion.
I'm looking forward to trying this product. I really have to make an effort to find a place where they sell this product so that I can try a couple of varieties.
They make it very easy. If you go on their website, and I won't
Mhm.
mention their name, they
Not
are very
yet.
customer friendly. That if you
Mhm.
go to their website and you put in your zip code, they
Mhm.
will tell you within whatever mile radius you want what flavors are where. I mean, that is the most customer friendly thing I've ever heard of. So they'll list off what locations have what and what flavors are in stock, and it's really cool.
Why are you asking me for my date of birth? No, I'm kidding. I know why they asked for the date of birth. 42 people. I'm 42 years old.
Again,
I'm not ashamed to say I'm 42 years old. Most
Weren't
people
you
don't believe me, so I say that I'm 38 and I can get away with it.
I have too much gray in my beard. People think I'm lying no matter what age I give.
Yeah, well, that's you. All right. Let me see. Locator.
Don't let the cat out. Be
No,
careful.
no, no. I'm not saying what it is. A store near me.
Look how friendly that website is. That's a very friendly website.
It is. A 7-Eleven has it. What?
Well, that's because you're Florida.
Yes, well, yes.
We have 7-Elevens up here, but they do not sell this.
Yeah, no. Well, you live in the state of New York. They don't have much of anything. I am here. Really? There's no location near where I live that will
Ooh.
sell. Um.
Your state?
33547 is my zip code. Let's see if that'll narrow it down and move the buy online. Well, because I live in the state of Florida, I can purchase alcohol online and it gets shipped to us. I don't live in one of those I don't live in one of those communist states where they don't ship alcohol to. I'm looking at you.
I know. New
You know
York,
who you are.
Illinois.
Mhm.
I've tried to do deals between a certain Whiskey Six and we got shut down.
I know. It's like I feel bad for a couple of people I know in different states that they have a preference for certain beers and they can't get them in their state, and the only way that they can get it is if they have family or friends come across state lines with said beer.
I should have asked Peter last time I was down in Pennsylvania,
There
because
you
he was
go.
telling me about the bourbon and the whiskey that he has, and I'm like, well, I'm coming from another place. Maybe I can find something cool that you don't have, because we both live in one of those communist states
Of course you do. Of course.
where everything is restricted and you can't have fun.
And I don't know. I don't think that my Walmart liquor store will
Liquor, I
will
barely know her.
ding ding ding. No, it's like I don't think that they'll give you details about alcohol that they may sell at the store. That's one of those things that you'll likely have to go to directly to Walmart to purchase.
On a
Yeah,
nice
well.
note, or on a bad note, I still haven't heard from the movie production company if I'm in or not.
Oh, how long did they say that it was going to take?
They didn't. They said by
Oh.
March, and we're already through the Ides of March. So
No.
I kind of want to do it. I was kind of excited.
Well, did they leave any kind of contact information as to?
I got a website I can go contact them on if I really feel the urge. I'm just trying to think about how many guys have a beard of this, girth and look.
Well, has it grown much since you started growing? Has it stayed there that length
No, it's still growing.
or still coming in? Okay.
It's still coming in pretty good.
Okay.
It's still, but you had to be willing to shave your mustache.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna look really stupid.
And
I'm gonna look. If I do this, I'm gonna look stupid.
what were you
stupider than I
supposed?
already look.
What was the role supposed to be? Were you supposed to play like an Amish person? Okay.
Yeah, which means
no mustache.
yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate. Well, let's see. I mean, if they
Maybe Monday.
contact you after the beer contest is over, I'm pretty sure that you would be more than happy to at least shave the mustache and leave the rest, do the film, and then shave it all off and be babyface fish.
Mm-mm.
No?
The wife will divorce me.
Okay.
Didn't I tell you about that?
I can understand that though.
I shaved this back in June,
Mm-hmm.
so this has grown out since June, and the girls and the wife, most importantly the wife, because I love the wife. She said if I shave my beard ever again, she's leaving me. So she likes the beard.
I
Her
like
and that-
beards.
Her and that one singer who I can't think of her name of right now. Who's the singer? Not Shakira. I will Google. You can blah blah blah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, you're saying Shakira, and I'm like, what does Shakira have to do with beards?
It's a one name singer.
Adele,
No,
Madonna.
Your Love Is My Drug. Kesha.
I don't listen. Oh,
Kesha.
I don't listen. I don't listen to modern music, so the reference would have been lost on me anyway.
Because there's a line at the end of her song
Mhm.
that says, "I like your beard," and I know she's talking right to me. Wife does not like that joke.
I find it funny. What?
Mm.
All guys, that's why guys listen to female singers and women prefer male singers because they like to think that they're being sung to.
She's singing right to me. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I got that right. Allegedly.
So we've done the chocolate drop review.
Yes.
I've drunk more whiskey than I should have. So at least I'll
That's
sleep well
right.
tonight.
He's a little bust right now, people. But on that note, we are going to leave it here. Thank you so much for sticking around with us in the after show, the housekeeping portion. We hope to be doing more of these soon.
Next week, I think we're gonna. I have an idea.
I'll let you know, folks, that when Fish says, "I have an idea," and he always repeats it twice. When he tells me he has an idea, he always tells me twice. I have an idea. Strokes his beard. I have an idea. Yes,
Okay.
yes, you do.
Is that my delivery? Is it my?
That is literally every time I see a video of you come in through my texts, and it starts with "I have an idea," and then stroke at the beard.
So you still have the Pocky one chip challenge thing,
I still have the Pocky chip. Yes.
and just because he said it like that, that's gonna be a good episode. I can't be the only one that does that one. Someone else has to die. It can't just be me. I say we do Bean Boozled roulette.
I have to see if we still sell Bean Boozled at our store.
I
If
will
not, I
mail
can
it
just
to
order
you.
it online.
Okay.
I'm
Here's
sure
what
that
I
Amazon will have them.
Here's what I suggest. We could do it in the after hours. We could do it in housekeeping.
Mm-hmm.
And since you like doing politics a little bit, and I like doing stupid funny a lot. I like doing that a lot. We can combine it for every political little or whatever topical news item we do. We have to spin the wheel and do a Bean Boozled.
Hmm.
It might be a good flavor. You don't know. It could be skunk. It could be cotton candy. It could be dog food. It could be chocolate. But it's a risk you have to take if you want to go down the let's do this news item avenue. It's a really good idea. It's a good idea. It's fun.
You see what I have to put up with?
It's fun. Unfortunately, you get videos like this like at least every other day.
Literally.
Usually at like random times of the day too. It's never like at a
Yes,
certain hour.
Yes, it's not at a certain hour. It's usually when I'm busy and I work full 8-hour shifts. So at some point I'm super busy and there's a video of Fish. Most of the time they're during my work hours.
What was the latest one I said?
And I don't
just
get
sent you
to
one a
see
couple days
and I don't
ago.
get to see it until I'm either on break or I'm out of work. It was
The casino open.
yes.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That was
I
the
thought I sent you
one.
another one too. I know I've sent you a couple.
There was yes, you usually send me more than one. More than one. The last one, why do I want to say that it may have been was it Wednesday? I want to say. Oh no, it was Sunday actually.
I
It
was
was
coming
Sunday
back
the
from
last yes.
my last road trip.
From
I know exactly
your
where I was.
assignment. Yes, or being
So-
on assignment. So, speaking of assignment, folks, I am stopping the recording here because, well, Fish is gonna pass out. He's gonna conk out
Yeah,
after
Fish
all
is-
of that apple juice.
Fish is gonna go night night soon.
Mm,
What?
nothing. It's apple juice.
It's just apple juice. Well,
Uh-huh.
no, this is the after show. It's Redneck Riviera whiskey, who I'm really starting to like. It's smooth. It's
Mhm.
really nice. I'm really glad I made this purchase.
And
This is
keep it
really
in the
cool.
fridge.
Oh yeah, it stays cold. I like it.
Keep it in the fridge. That way you don't have to put it on ice, and that way you don't have to and drink it out of a mason jar as per John Rich's recommendation.
Yeah, I put it on ice a couple days ago, and I didn't like it because I'm like, oh, the ice kind of melted it down.
Mm-hmm.
Straight, little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go overboard, and you just sip it. It's good. It's damn good. They did a good job.
Sipping whiskey.
You can click that red button. I'm sure people have left already. There's no one left here except for that one guy.
Except, well, he's a little creepy, but that's okay.
That's
you
okay.
know, I mean, what else do they have going on in their lives? Bye, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned. We love you tons. Outbound smooches and stuff.